Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Jason. I'm a Course in Miracles student and a channeler. And I'm coming on today to give a daily dose of hope. I was guided by my guides that if I so desired, if I so wished, that I could come on and give a daily dose of hope as the energies on our planet are um, starting to get a little bit crazy and wacky. So that's what I'm doing. Nice to meet you and nice to see you again. Um, Today, I just want to talk a little bit about the Course in Miracles. Um, there's a lesson that I've been doing the lesson, I think, for about 6 years now. The lessons, and many of the lessons when I first did them, or for the past few years, I didn't quite understand them. It's not necessary in the first part to really understand them. It is a what is the word? A mind clarification process. So at first, a lot of the things don't really make sense. Oh, hey, Kathy. Hello. Uh, yeah, so a lot of the things don't make sense at first, but um, after a few years, they start to make sense somehow. And one of the things that made sense for me today is I am never upset for the reason I think, which is lesson five. And I didn't really understand. I mean, I understand I'm never upset for the reason I think, but it lost me for some reason. Um, and the reason it came to my mind is that I was, the subways here in Japan where I live. So I do a lot of meditation and these kinds of things. I play a lot of music and all these sorts of things. And so I'm kind of like always kind of raising my vibration, trying to raise it as much as possible. And so, but when I go into the subways, that's when you really like you're right in with the energy of what's really going on. And it's kind of like you're going subterranean, you're going underground, and everyone's just angry and upset, and they're in a rush, and they don't want to be where they are, and it's just that energy, and it's always just like I always forget. I'm never mentally prepared, so I always go in and think, "Oh my God, what have I run into? What's going on here?" And 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 then, so for example, when people kind of like push you or kind of like you know what's the word, cut in line and all these different things, and you're just like, well, and but so yeah, none of these things should ever make you upset. So I am upset because I have a certain mindset. Things should be this way, and if they're not, people shouldn't cut in line, or people shouldn't push, or all these things, making all these rules. They're in my mind. It's all in my mind. So if I'm upset, so I'm upset because, and here's what I wanted to share. Um, so here we go. I am never upset for the reason I think because I'm constantly trying to justify my thoughts. I'm constantly trying to make them true. I make all things my enemies so that my anger is justified and my attacks are warranted. One more time. I make all things my enemies so that my anger is justified and my attacks are warranted. I have not realized how much I have misused everything I see by assigning this role to it. I've done this to defend a thought system that has hurt me and that I no longer want. I'm willing to let it go. So, yeah, so you're defending a thought system. So you think and you judge and you think this is how it should be. When you go into the subway, everyone should be like this or like this or like that. And it's like, that's not how the world works. The world is the world, and you just have to let everyone and let everything be what it is. And if someone, for example, like breaks that rule, like butts in front of you or whatever it is, or kind of pushes you, whatever, you know, it's a great chance to practice forgiveness and understanding. Like, oh, that person must be really in a rush, or that person must have some things going on, and I hope everything goes well for that person. And saying that now is easy, but in the whole kind of like rush of things, it can be hard. And sometimes also, like when you're picking up on everyone's kind of like emotions, that kind of like chaos energy. I've talked about chaos energy before. That when people are in that kind of fear and kind of what's the word, zombie state, where they're just not really there. They're kind of in, I guess you call it TikTok state. When people watch TikTok, their eyes tend to go into a what's that old cartoon thing where their eyes kind of go woo, 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 woo. Yeah. So hypnotists, they're kind of hypnotized in this kind of realm, and then the energy that they're giving off is chaos energy. It's just this kind of like anger, fear energy. So yeah, it just feels like chaos. That chaos energy. It's just like, "Wah," gotta go take a shower or something. Um, but yeah, and so when you feel that chaos energy as well, it's like, oh, so if you're, I think for me, like my new thing now is when I do feel that chaos energy, I think um, we're all responsible for the energy that we give off, and I guess if I'm feeling chaos energy, I should give off rather than being like, why are people sending out chaos energy? That's not right. Come on. um, Instead of that, so I have to do my part, and I have to send out a pocket of peace in the subway every time I feel the chaos energy, and not as a sense of attack or anything like that, but just, oh, okay, I'll send out my energy too. Let me share, kind of thing. So that's my spiel. That's all I wanted to say for today. Hey, Kathy, so I don't know if you guys do in Australia, what is it, the spring, ah, yeah, I can speak, right? Does your time change? Do you have, like, spring, what is it called? It's not called leap year, can't even think of the word. But anyway, do you yeah. Here in Japan, Japan Standard Time is always the same. Oh, yes, it does. So it's what, 12:42 here in the afternoon. What time is it there? Because usually Australia, I think, is like a year. Daylight savings, thank you. Um, but let's see. Usually what? Australia's 2, okay. So, right, you are in the future, but not yet. Gotcha. So, what's it like in the future, Kathy? I'm usually in the future, but you're even more in the future than I am. Future's looking good. Good. That's good to hear. Hear that, everybody? The future is looking good, and it's looking good from where I am. I'm about 12 hours ahead of New York time, Eastern time, and it's a pretty good day. I recommend it. Yeah. All right. So I'm just going to go into a channeling, and we'll see. The question today is: the past is changing as we speak. Yes, it is, Kathy. As we speak. Um, and just reminds me about the Course in Miracles too. One more thing. I'm sorry, I'm a bit scatterbrained today. The past changing as we speak. That the Course in Miracles always says that the past doesn't exist. And so when we're thinking about the past, our mind is blank. And I always thought that's a really interesting idea. But anyway, I'm going to go into the channeling, and I'm going to ask, what is the message that they would like to give for today? Okay, so here we go. Mm, mm. Greetings, we are here. We are that one that you might not know of. Our name, you might say, is a bit hard for all of you to pronounce. So, what we would call ourselves for today, we would just call ourselves G. You can call us G. Our name, if we were to try to pronounce it using this being's vocal abilities, it would be a little bit disconcerting for all of you. The closest thing that we can say that our name sounds like is like a fire engine siren, mixed with a thousand orchestras, you might say, and that is just the first letter. So G might be a little bit better. G is the way that we would go by today. So now, to explain who we are, let us explain. We are here. We are here watching you on this planet. We are what you might have heard of as beings from dimensions other than your own that are here to watch. We are here to watch what is going on this amazing planet at this time. At this time, the things that are happening on your planet are very, very beautiful, very, very interesting for all of us, and we are studying everything that is going on. We have a ship, you might call it. In your words, it isn't the ship that you think of. It's not a physical ship, you might say. It is an encapsulation of consciousness, is what it is. Our consciousness is, well, these words, they don't really convey what we'd like to say, but they are, our consciousness is projected into an encapsulation, and that encapsulation is similar to what you might think of as a ship. And that ship, uh, for want of a better word, is parked above your earth, and we are observing everything that is going on, and we are taking notes, and we are very, very excited about everything that's going on. From the perspective of time that you are in, we can watch, but we can't truly experience exactly how it is to experience this second to second experience of time. So things tend to shift quite quickly for all of us because we tend to see things in clumps of time. It's as if you have on your planet a very slow internet where things tend to jump from one part to another. Um, this is what it sometimes feels like watching all of you because everything is moving so quickly. And we tend to sometimes watch it, yes, in that state. Uh, we are able at times to experience a second to second kind of experience of your time, but it doesn't last for very long. It's very difficult, what is what we would say, coming from another dimension to experience time on your dimension, as all of you are experiencing it differently. But this is something that fascinates us. This concept of time and how you are all using time. This is one of the main focuses of our study on you at this moment, on your planet, at what is happening on this planet, is how you use time, because we are researching, because we are attempting to build something similar to time on our planet. We are attempting to build an experience just like you are having on this planet. We are attempting to build something similar to that. And we wouldn't necessarily, it's not the same as a third dimension, but it is a kind of a similar idea where you can deal with different polarities and you can work through time. So we are studying how this is done from the outside. Now, in order for us to truly experience what it is, we would have to actually be born into a third dimensional planet. Um, and that we have not yet done. But what we are doing now is just the preliminary stages on how everything works and how this game of spiritual advancement and spiritual of becoming coming to a place and forgetting everything and then remembering everything and how it works. So we're very, very fascinated by this. We are very, very fascinated by you. You are amazing beings of light. We are so amazed at how you decided to come down into this, to step down your light into this dimension, to bring this game to a conclusion. We are very, very amazed at your very, very advanced abilities to handle what is happening. These polarities are very, very intense, and even from coming from our dimension, seeing this, it is very, very intense for us. We It is hard for us to imagine how you are able to balance these polarities. Let us put it that way, and that is something that a lot of other encapsulations that are parked outside of your Earth at the moment are amazed by. How are you able to balance these polarities? How you are able to do this is it's quite an amazing thing for us. And so, what we would say to you, though, from our perspective, is you are doing some of the most amazing work on the universe at this moment. I mean, this is why we are here, and this is why there are beings from so many other places here, just to watch you balance this polarity, just to watch you here at the last vestiges of this game, at the ending points that you have come down to balance these energies. We are amazed at what you are doing, and we wish you all of the love and all of the luck in the world. And we admire you, and we are learning so much from you. Know this, that you are teaching many, many beings from all over the universe at this moment, just by your everyday choices, just by your waking up and going through your day. You'd be amazed at what you're doing, at the light that you're bringing throughout the universe. So we are very, very just happy to have been able to experience this time with you on your planet. Thank you very much. We are G. Hmm. All right. So G. Yeah, that's, I think, the second or third time I've talked to someone or a being that's watching us. They're just kind of like coming down and sharing what they have to say. So yeah, that's all I got for today. So thank you guys for watching. Was that the first time G came through? Yeah, I think so. I think so. There was another being that came through a long time ago. A long time ago, about a year ago. Sorry, I tend to exaggerate. Um, and yeah, and but I'm not sure if it was G or not. I have to look back. It's in one of the videos. And Stefan, you said you wanted to listen to some of my music. So I'll put two links in the or below. I'll put two links below so you can check it out if you'd like. Yeah, and yeah, that's all I got for today. So, um, I'm never upset for the reason I think. Kathy, you say, I was thinking the moment before you started, when are we going to get someone different? We keep getting the same guy every day. We need someone new here. So there you go. Yep. Um, and G came through. So yeah, it'd be really interesting to go deeper into those beings that are hovering outside. I've never actively attempted to talk. Thanks, G Force. I've never actively attempted to talk with them and find out, what that's all about. But that idea of soul encapsulation was very interesting. That they're projecting their consciousness into these things that look like ships, I guess, but they're actually just soul encapsulations, a place for them to project their soul. Interesting. So, but yep, thanks, GeForce. And I will see you guys all tomorrow. I'll put the links below if you want to listen to my music. I moonlight as a composer. So, all right. Thanks, J Force. Thanks, K Force. All right, guys. So, see you tomorrow. Ciao.